All right, on to listeners. The main event of Ring of Honor television show number 522 was a pure division match between Mike Bennett and Rhett Titus. This was a very good match. I liked it a lot, especially after the Gauntlet match previously. I was like, okay, this show really needs something to really pick up. And I thought, like I said, I thought the Gauntlet match was a miss, but this was not a miss. This was a really good match. Between two really good professional wrestlers, and they told a really good story in there. Rhett Titus, I think, is very underrated. You've been in Ring of Honor so long. I think people kind of overlook him now, and he's just really good, really solid. Everything he does is well executed, and to me, I think he stood out more than Mike Bennett. I like Mike Bennett. I like Mike Bennett a lot. I think he's good, but I think Rhett Titus just has something, and I thought he should have won this match, even with the, because this match went 15-minute Broadway, and it went to a judge's decision, and it was a split decision, and Mike Bennett won. And I think they could have done the same finish, same result, same judge's decision, and then had Rhett Titus win. Because I think there's a more interesting story with Rhett Titus, a Foundation member, going for the pure title against Josh Woods, the man who defeated the Foundation leader, Jonathan Gresham, for the title. That just makes sense, that story. And you protect Mike Bennett with the judge's decision. So, I think that would have worked out fine. But either way, I'm okay with it. I think Mike Bennett and Josh Woods would be good. I think Rhett Titus versus Josh Woods been a little bit better. Had a little more higher stakes because of not just for the championship, but because of the revenge factor. And like I said, this match was good. It started off with Rhett Titus in the beginning in control, and then momentum switched a few times, and there was a really interesting spot where Rhett Titus had the Boston Crab, and of course in the pure division you got 3 rope breaks each, and once you use a rope break to escape a hold, or you lose it, and after you lose all your rope breaks, you can be pinned or submitted within the ropes or under the ropes. So there is some strategy to having your opponent go through his rope breaks. Now, Rhett Titus at one point gets the Boston Crab on Mike Bennett, and he positions him close to the rope so he can use a rope break. Now, that makes sense since in one way of if you want your opponent to burn out his rope breaks, but if you are to have the ability to lock on the Boston Crab and you can position him, you can move into the middle. Wouldn't you want to move into the middle so he has to fight? Well, first, wouldn't you want to move into the middle so you can get the submission because you're trying to win the match, right? And then if he's going to waste a rope break, let him fight, waste energy, struggle to get that rope break. To me, that makes more sense and more dramatic that way. Putting a guy in a Boston Crab close to the rope so he can make it like a rope break, it's just, I mean, if you're going to put a guy, if you're going to be able to execute the Boston Crab, complete it, you should be able to put that in the middle of the ring. Right? Like that, it just kind of threw me for a loop there. And that kind of brought the match down for me a little bit, psychology-wise. But overall, I thought it was good. Like I said, Rhett Titus really good. Coming out of the break, they showed a highlight of the action we missed because during a commercial break. And Rhett Titus hit this beautiful drop kick right in the kisser as it seemed to be on Mike Bennett. Mike Bennett took a great bump off it. He's just technically sound. Like I said, 2 really good professional wrestlers, 2 guys that look like wrestlers. Stuff was tight, I thought. I liked the chain wrestling. I like both guys a lot. And again, they delivered. And maybe this match stood out for me even more because the Gauntlet match was kind of a disappointment in my opinion. But I liked Broadway. I liked the Broadway, actually. I thought that was a perfect result. I think going to the judge's decision was a good choice. Since I started watching Ring of Honor, I haven't seen too many judges' decisions, so I think it's a good way to educate the audience about judges' decisions. And another great aspect of this match was, you have Ian Riccaboni, you have Chris Coleman, who are really good, and Tracy Williams, who is Rhett Titus' tag team partner in the Foundation. He provided some color commentary, and he was really good, breaking down the holds and the psychology and what Rhett Titus was trying to do. So I thought that was really good, and added some extra drama to the match. I think Ian Riccaboni and Chris Coleman are the best duo in wrestling, or one of the best, at least. I still think Mike Shepard and Nigel McGuinness from NXT UK are just top notch. Those guys really put on call an exciting match, and especially Nigel. I think Nigel should win Commentator of the Year. He probably won't, because a lot of people don't watch NXT UK, and it's a shame. But he is just phenomenal. As many people know from his time as a Ring of Honor color commentator. He should be on Raw. He should be on SmackDown. He should be on NXT's main show. No disrespect to Wade Barrett, but like, Nigel is the man. Like, when on commentary, and Caprice Coleman is just a hair below Nigel. I just love Caprice's calls. He just gives you that credibility as being a former wrestler, and he has some great wit, and he really plays off Ian Riccaboni. You could tell they like each other. They're a good team. So they really did a great job. And like I said, so did Tracy Williams. And again, the results, I would have went with Rhett Titus, because it's interesting to me that, they would go Mike Bennett first. But like I said, it'll be a good match with Josh Woods and Mike Bennett. And again, big misses. No promo by Josh Woods. Just won the title at the pay-per-view. And also replay of Jay Lethal's speech from the pay-per-view. The whole thing could have put it in here somewhere. You could have cut down the gauntlet a few minutes to air, or at least give you the highlights, a 45-minute to a minute highlight of Jay Lethal's speech about the Pure Division. Could have been perfect to start the show with, and to just kind of get you in that mindset, like, oh, this is what it's going to be about, the Pure Division. And I think why they're really ramping up the Pure Division right now, because I think it's going to be a big story in 2022, because I think the Righteous, which is Vincent, Bateman, Dutch, I think Vincent's going to be the new ROH champion sooner than later. I think it's going to be Violence that, controlling, has the power of ROH. They're going to be controlling the chaos. And it's going to be a fight between the Violence versus the Pure. And I think, that's a great story for 2022. And like I said, I like to see I think that would be a good direction going forward, and a great storyline. So we'll see if I'm right, and I might not be. Who knows what Hunter has planned, but this is just what I'm kind of creating. As a former booker myself, I'm always thinking about stuff when I watch shows, what I would do, and analyzing talent and who gets the next step. So, like I said, Pure Division, I love it. I love the matches. They just need to go out and find some diamonds in the rough. Some young kids who are just good technicians that need a break, and that ROH can sign and groom and feature and build up and add some new talent to the roster as well. So that's what I like to see going forward. And again, thanks for joining me on HonorTube. I'll be back soon with an opinion piece. Actually, I think tomorrow night I'll have it up about Ring of Honor television. I talked about the misses tonight. No promos from Josh Woods. Not showing highlights of the match, or they not showing the highlights of the Josh Woods winning, and also not showing the highlights of the Jay Lethal's promo, like I said earlier. So I'm going to talk about Ring of Honor TV, what's missing, and what they should do to improve it. I like it. I like TV. It's a good, solid hour of wrestling, but it's missing something. So check that out in a couple days, and I'll see you soon. Take care.